How to make money using AI in 2026. This is the $1 million question. A lot of people ask me every day, and I'm sure you're searching for that. That's why you've stumbled upon this video. Okay, I'm super excited you're here, but today we're going to really assess whether you are eligible for AI, whether you are qualified to become a VA, whether you actually want a work from home job? Do you want to work with foreign clients, global clients? Do you want to make money, earn in dollars? What are the criteria for that? How can you do that? Is AI real? Is it a scam? So I'm going to answer all the questions. Why from India, how you can do it, whether you are suitable for that. So this is basically a qualifier. We're not going to go to AI tools, but I'm going to give you all the information leading up to the AI tools, okay? Because that's where the kick is, right? All right. So before I go on, if you're new to my world, my name is Dr. Priya Jagannathan, and I own three companies, two in Australia, one in India. You're looking at VAagency, which is my Indian company, where we help Indians to become virtual assistants by upskilling themselves and work with foreign clients. So basically, I didn't start off with this. I've got, a PhD in bioinformatics. I was a university lecturer back in Chennai. That's the only job I did for 9 years. I moved to Australia in 2016. And then after coming here, I understood time equals money. As much as I understand time equals money, there's only so many hours in the day. So, how can I make money while I sleep? That was my question. And then I got into the online business world and everything. And this is a post on Instagram that I did, I think, in 2020, 2019. And that got me a lot of clients because it screams two things. One, I'm an Indian woman, a wife, a mother with a full time job. And I did a lot of community service and stuff. So, in spite of that, I'm able to do a side hustle. Okay. So, I used to say, use your 9 to 5, which is your full time job, to pay your bills, and your 6 to 10 to build your empire. Because I used to work 2 hours before work and 2 hours after work. And that's how I built my whole online business, right? So, if I can do it, you can do it too. That's the message. Number two, if I can do it, then I can definitely help you to do it because, you are where I was 5 years ago. So I can help you to fast track. So you don't have to wait 5 years to get to where I am today. You can actually shorten your success. So I call it collapse time and quantum leap. Okay. All I'm trying to do here is act as your mentor, act as your coach. So I can tell you I've failed more than 100 times. This didn't work for me. Possibly this could be the best solution, right? That's what I'm going to tell you. There's no magic pill. There's no get rich quick. There's no scam. All right. And then, so that's how I started when after I moved to Australia, full time job, and I had side hustles online. And then in 2021, I was so sick and tired. I wanted to work quickly because I was doing everything like you, right? Going on YouTube, going on Facebook groups and finding everything. But I could not scale with that scattered information. So I started working with a coach who was where I would like to be. So that's your vetting process, that's your filtering process to actually see who they are, where they are, and whether you want to be them. So they can actually guide you through that journey because they've walked that similar journey. And after I started working with my coach in February 2021, then by December 2021, I quit my job. You can actually fast track it, but you have to do the job. She didn't do anything for me, but she was guiding me, but I did all the work. Okay, now I quit my job in December, such a bad time. Okay. And Australia shuts down for Christmas, and I needed work to keep me sane. So at that time, I was thinking, what's the biggest gap? Because I was in business coaching. What's the biggest gap for my clients? I give them a step by step roadmap. Do this, step one, do this, step two, do this. But you know what? Next week, they'll come back to the coaching call and say, oh, sorry, Priya, I didn't have the time to do the work. I'm like, I'm not Indian. I can whack them on the bum. But legally, how can I make them do the job? So at the same time, my colleagues back in India who have a PhD like me, who used to be very financially independent after marriage and kids, because we all Indian, most women do, is give up their career because they want to take care of the children and family and all that. And then what happens is we lose our identity because we are wife of someone, we are daughter of someone, we are mother of someone, but we lose our own identity. I wanted to help such women regain their identity because I didn't want to them to go through that crisis. And a lot of women put up with toxic, shitty marriages because they're not financially independent. So I wanted to help such women. So that's the whole mission behind VA Agency, is to help Indian women become financially independent. But now we're spreading our wings, men, women, whoever. VA Agency is for everybody to upskill themselves and go into the world of remote workforce and make as much money as they want. So this is one fourth of my team who flew to Chennai in 2024. I met them in person. We had a weekend together, and it's great. So the VA agency model that I have is a training and placement model where people pay me a training fee. They come, it's a lifetime access. They come in, and then I place them when I feel they're ready. So they need to learn, they need to show, they need to do the task, show up, and then I place them with my clients. The problem is, most people don't want to do the work. They feel, oh, Priya, I paid your course fee. Just give me clients. No, I can't do that. It's my reputation on the line. It's basically it reflects on me. So unless you're ready, I can't place. So guess what happens? Most people drop off, right? I've got a shitty retention because of this one thing. But I've got a good system now to retain good people, meaning to filter good people into my team. So I don't take a lot of people into my team, but now we're very particular about who we bring in because we are very, very niched at the moment. Okay. So that's my team. I speak to them more than I speak to my family. So I would tell you my way on how things worked for me. Okay. So when you say the word how do I do this? Oh, how does that work? Your brain automatically spirals into self-doubt. So I started to shift from how to why. Okay. So why am I going to do this? Why do we need money? Everybody wants money, but why? I want to buy a car. Why? Just because I want to prove to the neighbors that I'm wealthy. No, there's always a bigger, deeper why behind what you do. So instead of asking the question how, ask why. That'll help you to find the how very quickly. Okay. So the why is crucial. The why. Why? You ask that why 7 times to yourself. Ask a question. I need money. Why? Answer that question. Go why. Answer that question. Go why. Go 7 times deeper to actually get into the core of why you want something so bad. A lot of Indian people are stuck with family and peer pressure, right? Because the husband said so, because the auntie said so, because my mother in law said so. So every one of us have gone through those struggles. Like I lived in India till early 30s. So don't tell me this bullshit like, oh, Priya, now you're telling me because you're in Australia. No, I've lived your life. I've lived worse than you. But I stood up for myself. I actually believed in me and understood the fact that it's my dream. Okay. A lot of people in India love to blame others. Oh, my husband is bad. My husband is the villain. My mother in law is the villain. My parents are villains. Blaming helps no one. I want you to get this right. Okay. Before you blame one finger at somebody, point 4 fingers at yourself and ask, me blaming, genuinely, they could be wrong, but you blaming them, is it helping you? No. In that case, what can we do? Okay. So that's it. Just focus on you. Be selfish. Okay. Be selfish. Self care is not selfish, right? But I would tell you, be selfish as much as you can because you are the foundation. If you're a mother, you are the foundation. If you don't look after yourself, then you cannot help your family. Even, in the flight, in the safety instructions, what do they tell you? You have to wear your mask before you actually go and help your child. They don't say go die and help your child, right? You have to be alive and well and breathing to be able to protect your child. So don't be an emotional idiot, right? Just focus on you, which is not wrong. I was obsessed with my career. I'm still obsessed with my career. And that's the reason for my success. Okay. It doesn't mean I'm a bad mother. It doesn't mean I'm a bad wife. I still talk to my parents. I still talk to my father in law every day. I still do everything, grind dosa batter 5 liters every week in Australia. Everything. We don't have maid. We don't have driver. We have to clean everything in our house by ourselves. So in India, you have it rich. You are very, very, live life king size type, right? But here, I don't have that luxury. I don't have that privilege, right? So I want you to understand that you being obsessed with yourself and career is the only way forward, right? when it comes to India, there's a lot of deep rooted conditioning with money. There's a lot of beliefs, there's a lot of trauma. All Indians have a traumatic childhood. Please raise your hand if you agree with me. So, not in a bad way. Like, trauma need not be anything bad. But trauma is basically a belief that someone plants in you when you're 7 or 8 years old that you don't know until you're bloody 40. And when you go to your healing sessions and some stupid stuff comes up, which is, some of the most random, bizarre stuff that has come up in my healing, right? I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know that hit me so hard. So trauma need not be something really bad, but it's a simple thing that affects your belief system. The simple thing that's keeping you in your comfort zone, that simple thing that's still making you play small, that's trauma, that's belief system, that's deep rooted conditioning. So before we go and learn about I want you to learn about your own belief system and conditioning and unlearn it. Okay. You have to become unstuck from where you are now. That starts today with your belief system. Okay. Who you are and what do you think about yourself. Okay. And something that helped me is I'm very coachable. If you today, you're learning from me, but if you come and tell me something as a feedback, oh, Priya, I think this will be better if you do this video like this, or if you talk about this, I'm like, definitely. Thank you for that feedback. I will work on it. All right. I'm not going to say, oh, you know what? I've got 20,000 subscribers. You don't tell me what you do. What have you got? I'm never like that. I will be open to learning from every single person because everybody has something that you can learn from them. So being humble is not bad. In India, it's all show off, right? So leave that show off. Be humble, be open, be coachable so you can actually grow, right? And I invested tens of thousands of dollars in myself because that's what helped me fast track. Always, time is your biggest asset, not money. Money you can earn any day. If Elon Musk dies today, not none of the billion is going to save him, right? So time once gone is gone. He cannot buy this hour that he's lived already, even the richest man on planet Earth. So don't focus on the money. Money is only the byproduct. What is more precious? Your time and your energy. It's very, very finite in this world, right? So invest in yourself and start growing. Now, why online business? Why is this so much hype? Why is this so much interest? Because it gives you freedom. Like last year, 2024, I was in India for 2 months with my parents and nothing changed. I was still making money. I still had a company to run. I still had family. Everything was running. So if you love travel, I hate travel, but I travel for work. I travel for family. And I'm still able to have a life I want. Today, I can just pack my backpack, go anywhere in the world, and still live a good life because I've built that solid foundation. So if you want to do that, freedom, independence, then this is the best thing. Time. Obviously, you can choose your working hours. You can choose when you want to work, how you want to work, unless certain client work requires you to work during US 9 to 5, Australian 9 to 5, then you have to work in that time, but still you can be wherever you want to work and choose what you want to do. So you can start with social media for 6 months, and then okay, you're like, oh, maybe I don't like the designing bit, Priya. I can do the copywriting. I want to learn copywriting. I want to get into email marketing. So you can choose whatever you want to do and specialize. Imagine if you have a shop front, right? You have to pay for the shop, you have to pay for the stock, you have to pay for labor and everything. And if that business does not succeed, what do you do? Okay, there's a huge loss. So the biggest advantage with online is you can pivot if you need to. Pivot is changing directions. My business, Australian company, is called Pivot to Thrive because my core belief is something is not working, you don't have to quit. You just have to pivot, right? So you can pivot today. I'll do something, I'll launch, nobody buys. I don't care. Scrape it, launch something else, right? And you can earn. I mean, in this video, I'm going to tell you how much you can earn as a VA. So I'm going to give you a rough figure. So you can choose your income, you can choose your working hours. So it's unlimited. Okay. Very low capital investment. Like I said, laptop, internet, cell phone, you're good. And if you have a passion, for example, if you're a baker, you love baking cakes, how do you make money? You break your back, you wash so many dishes. Oh man, I hate baking for this because my kitchen gets so messy. But people are so passionate about it. So I'll be like, okay, you can bake your cakes, but how do you make money when you're not baking? What do? You can launch a course, you can launch a community, you can start a membership where people who want to learn to bake cakes come to you for. So in that case, you're not breaking your back, but still making money. Okay. So if you have a passion, I can teach you how to convert it into a profit. Okay. So are you suitable for online business? I want you to do a self audit now. Be truthful to yourself. Okay. So I want you to ask this question and answer yes or no for me. Do you love being your own boss? Are you willing to take the hard, long route to success? Because it's not shortcut. It's not get rich quick. Are you someone who genuinely loves to help? Because that's the core of business. Everybody thinks business means making money. No, business means helping people. So you should genuinely have that intention to help. For me, I've got lots of love to help, but very well deserving people in the world. It's very sad. But I love to help people, right? Do you believe you're born for more? Okay, all of us are born, we go through college, then get a job, get married, have child, die. That's not the life what I want to live. Like right, I've written this thing about huge impact making a legacy. So for me, a living a well lived life means when I die, okay, most possibly I'll be dying in Australia, but someone sitting in India, if they shed one tear for me, that is my life well lived. That is the legacy I want to leave. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm not going to take this house with me. I'm not going to take any amount of money with me, but I want to leave a digital legacy for my great grandchildren I'm never going to meet. So that's the kind of life I want to live. So you want to make a huge impact. You want to help a lot of people. So that is possible with the help of online business. Okay. That's the power of online business. Like this time when I went to Dallas, I felt like my entire Facebook came alive. The amount of people that I met was incredible. Right. So it's all possible because of this online world. All right. Now, to these 5 questions, if you've answered yes to any one or more of this, congratulations, then you're suitable for online business. So we're going to see how we can do this. Okay. Most of them, I speak to hundreds of people every day. The biggest challenge they have is they don't know how to start. They might have started, they might have had some luck here and there, but they don't know how to scale and grow into a sustainable business. They want money, but they don't want to invest money. And time management, this is the biggest excuse. People say, I don't have time. I say that to myself because I don't want to go to the gym. So what do I say? I don't have time. Bullshit. That's an excuse. So when you say you don't have the time, that's just an excuse. When you say anything that says, I'm not able to do this, that's just an excuse. It's for real. Like I met the speaker, Nick. He's a big motivational speaker with millions of followers, and he has no hands. I mean, no leg and one hand, I think, like no arms, no legs, something like that. He just has his torso. And he's done so much. If he can do it, what's our excuse? Like, I cried so bad after a session. Like, it was very touching, the things he spoke, right? Time management, don't tell to yourself, don't fool yourself that you don't have the time, right? Technology and social media, we all love to scroll and look at other people's life, right? Can you build a life on that phone? That's my question to you. You can. It's not easy, but you can. Today, everything I do on my phone is building my life on social media. I don't look at other people's life. I don't have the time. I am not a content consumer. I'm a content creator. If you can make that one switch, one decision to be on the other side of the phone to create and not consume, man, you will go places, right? And most of you don't have the right guidance and mentorship. That's why you struggle. So, this is where I can help you with all of this, right? So, most of us are just in the survival mode. We just are in the basic survival mode. Now, all I want to do today is by giving you the information that this is what in 2026 and beyond is going to help you make money, help you get a work from home job. So if you're still in the survival mode, just pushing through days, please don't do that. I want you to believe in yourself as much as I believe in each and every one of you, right? Believe in yourself to who you want to become. Okay. Today morning, we did this exercise as a group called a becoming board. I do vision board exercise, but we had something called as a becoming board, meaning by the last day of 2026, when I look at it, what all should I want achieved? We created a board for that. So you believe that will happen and then you become that version of yourself, right? And then, so please do not stay in the survival mode. You can go into the thrive mode. By how? I'm going to teach you, right? So, this is what we specialize in. We help people to get the skills to become a virtual assistant. So, I'm going to tell you who is a VA, what are they expected to do, why is now the best time to become a VA, and what is expected from you, and how much you can get paid. This is what we're going to cover in today's video. Okay. Who is a VI? So in movies, we've seen PAs running behind the boss, telling, oh, you've got a meeting with this person now. You have to do this, you have to do that. It's the same person, but sitting at the comfort of their home and managing a diary for their bosses, doing their social media. Okay, we're editing their videos, editing a podcast, email marketing, anything admin done remotely from any part of the world is virtual assistant. So there are different virtual assistants that specialize in different tasks with one goal, saving time, because time equals money. If one of you are going to come and tell me, Priya, I can edit your videos, I can edit your podcast, I can post them as socials, I can do everything, I'll be like, let's do it. You're hired, right? So any business owner, if you can convey your message right, then you get the gig. Why is now the best time? After COVID, everybody is used to the idea of remote work. Everybody is so warm to the idea. It's not a new thing that they're going to be scared of. And now the Gen Z and Gen Alpha don't want to go to work. They do the quiet resignation, great resignation, whatever. So it's very suitable for people with ADHD like me who want to try multiple things. And online business is just booming. So everybody needs help, and AI can help. Now, everybody uses lots of tools. It's very simple, it's very efficient. Now, one mental trick I want to do is when you go on your phone, you can look at Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, TikTok, whatever. I want you to see a dollar symbol there because that's where you make money. You scrolling makes them money. My question to you, do you want to make money or do you want to help someone else make money? Right? So just think every Facebook or social media platform is a digital currency. It's a dollar symbol there. Now, why is now the best time? AI revolution, the biggest revolution since the industrial revolution, because English is not our first language. Most of us struggle to write well, to speak well, to create content, to write copies, and all of that. That's a fact. We can't change it because we were born. That's not something you can change. But what you can change is your skill gap. Your skill gap is basically filled with AI tools. In my team, we use so many AI tools that will help my VAs to do the job better. Everybody is in from India, from Chennai, Kerala, Andhra, Madhya Pradesh, Bombay, Mumbai, everywhere, right? So they get access to the AI tools and they do their job really well. So AI tools are the way to make easy, I wouldn't say easy, sorry, efficient money because of the bridge it's able to fill the gap because of language barrier because English is not a first language. So are you wanting to be part of the AI revolution? Come join us. Okay. The $1 million question, how much can I earn as a VA? I have seen a lot of famous YouTubers promising you can make $50 an hour, $60 an hour. Bullshit. That's wrong. Because in the Western world, we have something known as a minimum wage. If I'm hiring someone from Australia, I have to pay them a minimum wage that can range anywhere from 20, 22, $25. That's it. If I'm hiring someone from India or Pakistan or Philippines or Sri Lanka, I have to train them on different things in Australia because they won't know, right? Because if I was in India, I wouldn't know that. Now, if someone in Australia, I don't have to teach them all that. They will know the cultural stuff, they will know the local language, they will know the concept that I'm talking about. I don't have to teach them, right? So if I can hire someone in Australia for 25 to $30, why would someone pay someone in India 50, $60? This is not out of disrespect. This is telling you all the truth because others are bullshitting. Okay. So for 50, $60, I can get top notch. I'm telling you, top notch people here, local, white, English speaking man or woman. Okay. So let's start with under promising and over delivering. That's what I like. I don't like to, because see, I would have become a crorepati if I can sell my courses with this promise like everybody else. Oh, you can do that. You can, because I offer a registered Australian certificate and all of that. But still, I tell them the truth. Hey, this is the reality. But they don't want to pay for that. They will go and pay an Indian coach lakhs of rupees because they're promising them big money, right? I would like to play my game with lots of integrity, and I'm happy to keep playing that way. All right. So let's do this. Basically, as an example, if you say $5 to $10 an hour, that's a good start. $10 is good. Five is if you're really a beginner and if you're really not so confident. So if you start working with a client, full time is 40 hours a week and 20 hours is part time, right? So imagine if you're starting part time, like 4 hours every day, morning 10 o'clock to afternoon 2 o'clock, 4 hours for 5 days, Monday to Friday, 20 hours a day. I mean, 20 hours a week, and you're getting 10 hours, $10 an hour. The math is $200 per week. And for a month, it's $800 per month per client. If you get two clients part time or one client full time, then the math is 1,600. That's an amazing amount working from India, from home, doing what you love. This is the not even the future. This is the present. And like thousands of people are minting money. You're not late to the party. When I went to this conference in US, they said only 7% of the people in the entire population in the world is using ChatGPT. And we thought everybody uses ChatGPT, it's crowded. Only 7% have started using. Okay. So it's still a very abundant universe. It's not saturated. It'll never be because it's changing constantly. So I want to reassure you that you are not late to the party. The train has not left. It's still in the station. If you want to come on board, I want to invite you to join our 3-day live bootcamp. Okay. Where I'm going to teach you all the AI tools that you can use to become a social media manager. So it's only 297 rupees for 3 days. I want to keep it very affordable, but I don't want to offer it for free. That's an intentional decision. If you don't believe in you for just spending 300 rupees, which is nothing in today's, I don't want to waste my time on you, right? But if you believe in you and you're coming to the workshop, then we are going to be kicking ass. We're going to be learning lots of stuff together. In 3 days, we're going to build your portfolio and price your offer, tell you how to find clients, how to use AI tools effectively, and you can start off as a social media manager. All right. So I'm super, super excited for you to kickstart your journey as a social media manager in 2026. I'll leave the link in the description below. There's a free school community where we have lots of free courses that you can join and you can use. So come along and learn and